Muscle is the organ of longevity. Countless studies show that strength training greatly improves quality of life. So pick up your weights and join me on this full body strength only workout designed for women over 40. I will see you on the mat for warm up. All right, we're gonna get started with a light warm up. So we're gonna take a big step side to side and scissor our arms back and forth just to warm up the shoulders, pick up our heart rate a little bit, and get us ready for this strength building workout. Okay, awesome. And now our next move, take your feet about shoulder distance apart. We're gonna take our hands behind our head and hinge with a nice flat back. Rise up and squeeze your glutes. So good mornings are great for back of body, hamstrings, your low back, and just being mindful of your natural stopping point. All right, one last one here. And done. And now we'll lower into a squat, hips back, and we'll pop up onto our ball of our foot, reaching up and over, getting that nice side stretch right down through the rib cage into the hips, into the squat and reach. One of my favorite warm-up exercises. All right, last one here, and done. All right, come up to the top of your mat. We're gonna take a big step back in a reverse lunge and sweep your hands overhead, pressing that back thigh forward. Breathe, and step up and alternate. So this is a great one for tight hip flexors. If you spend a lot of your time sitting, either at a desk, in your office, in your car, commuting, you get really tight hip flexors. So one of my favorite stretches. And just breathe, one more on each side. And finding your balance through that back leg. Good, done. All right, we'll go into our bum kick rows. So driving elbows to rib cage, heels to bum. Great way to warm up those hamstrings and get those back muscles fired up. And now we're gonna start.
This is what I've learned. I'm different for a reason. Kept the engine, no, I never stay too long. I'm alright, I don't mind.
All right, last 5 seconds.
Something in your eye made me say.
And done. All right, shake that out. Have a quick sip of water if you need to. Have water handy. If you're new to exercise, welcome. I would recommend going with a lighter range of weights, 5 to say maybe 15 pounds. If you are not new to exercise, I would suggest anywhere today from probably 10 to 25 or even 30 pounds. We're going to start with deadlifts. We're alternating 2 exercises back to back for 3 sets. So with deadlifts, you can go a little bit heavier. If you are, like I said, an expert in exercise, we're gonna take our feet about hip distance apart, weights face our thighs. From here, we're going to roll forward, chest lifted, rise up, squeeze your glutes, really engaging your core so you do not feel this in your low back. Should feel your hamstrings and glutes. One last one in here. And done. Okay, have those weights handy. Next up are bicep curls. So again, newer to exercise, go with something lighter. We want to aim for fatigue on the last 2 reps. So hips forward and let's curl those weights to our shoulders and slowly lower. So engaging your core, palms face your shoulders. Breathe out as you lift. Inhale down. right, last one here, and done. So no swinging, no momentum when you're done. All right, we're gonna grab the deadlift weights again. About 15 seconds of rest in between each exercise. If you need more time, feel free to pause me. Otherwise, we're gonna go right into it. So let's go. You can bend your knees a little bit here. Keep your chest lifted to prevent rounding through that upper back. Last one, and done. So in deadlifts, as I said, you never want to feel your low back. If you do, that's a sign that your weight is maybe too heavy or that you are not engaging your core. All right, here we go with our bicep curls. Elbows in nice and tight, squeeze your glutes. Let's bring those weights to our shoulders, slowly lower. So it's really about proper pacing and no momentum, always controlled.
Something in your eye made me stay up night. I can see you are different too. Love me like a stranger, like a melody.
All right, last one. And whoo, done. All right, you should be feeling the burn. All right, last set of each. So let's go back into those deadlifts. And of course, if you're using heavier weight, maybe fewer reps. All right, here we go. So just nice pacing, slow and controlled, pausing at the bottom, and just really squeezing those glutes at the top. All right, last one. And whoo, done. All right, those are done. And I know it can get harder with heavier weight. We can feel it more in our hands and wrists. So just be mindful. But again, it's a good way to build up that grip strength. All right, here we go right away into those bicep curls.
My heart is beating to your drum, and I'm blinded by the sunshine in your eyes. Not thinking twice, your mind is done. Although I know you're all I want. How could I crave something so bad?
Last couple of reps here. And done. Woo, awesome. Okay, so next up, you want to have a weight that you can press over your shoulders. So we're going into a plie squat, hammer curl, shoulder press. So feet are shoulder width apart, toes turned out. We're to lower into that plie squat, come up, weights to shoulders, press up overhead, squeezing your glutes the whole time. So getting nice and deep in that plie if you can, hips forward. And done. Woo. We're working lots of muscle groups on that one. Inner thighs, glutes, biceps again, and shoulders. So now something lighter for alternating frontal and lateral raises. Feet shoulder width apart, hips are forward. We're gonna bring the weights out to the side and weights face our thighs into the front arm raise. Shoulders down and back, and head is back. All right, last one here. Done. Woo. All right. So, yes, lighter weight on that one for sure. Working middle and front of shoulders. All right, let's go back in that plie squat. Hammer curl, shoulder press. Toes are turned out at 11 and 1 or so. Wide stance. And let's go. Good. Hips back, then hips forward. and done. Woo! All right, so let's go back into that alternating shoulder, lateral and frontal here. So little bend in your knees, hips are forward. If you find one harder than the other, you can stick with the easier one. So, all right, let's go. So I'm in a little bit of a V shape here. Arms are just slightly forward as I lift to the sides, lifting to shoulder height. All right, last one. And woo, done. Definitely getting harder at the end, and that's what you want. So if that's not happening, you might want to think about increasing your weight. All right, so it's all about being appropriately challenged. So here we go. And if you're new, then that's great. Starting with lighter weight is a great foundation for that proper form and technique. And whoo, done. All right, lots of shoulders in the mix on that one. All right, whoo, one more, got it. So, and as always, just listening to your body. So here we go, shoulders back, we've got it. So you wanna feel fatigue, but if you have pain, you stop. Woo, all right, I'm sneaking the front one in. Here we go. And woo, done, awesome. Okay, we are up and down on this next set. So reverse lunges first. You can do this body weight all the way up to say 20 pounds. Next up will be a chest press laying on the ground. So we're gonna stand at the top of our mat, take a big step back, lowering that back knee to the ground, pushing off that back leg to step forward. So just focusing on nice square hips. All right, last one, and then we have a quick transition to the ground here. So, all right, done. Okay, coming down for chest press bridge. So again, lighter weight if in doubt. Otherwise, you can get up into the 20, 25, laying on our back. So bum up. We're gonna connect the weights over our chest, lower, elbows are below our shoulders. Breathe out as you lift. Inhale down. All right, last one here. And whew, done. Okay, coming back up for those reverse lunges. So remember, if you need more time, take it. So otherwise, whew, shake that out. Chest and triceps. All right, now, here we go, quads and glutes. So take your time, shoulders back. So big step back, finding your balance, and then stepping up. So I always try to make sure my hips are square and that you're not dropping through one hip as you do that. And done. Woo! All right, quick shake out, especially if you're using heavier weight. All right, and then we're coming down. So we've got it, we can do it. Second set here. Woo! All right, so let's lift up through our hips here. Take your time, keeping the weights over your chest and not your head. Little space between your chin and your chest.
Is every move you make even
All right, one last one. We've got it. And woo, done. And then bring them down safely. All right, awesome. Woo, do that one more time. So, woo, come on up. Roll those shoulders. All right, here we go. And remember, decrease to, if you need to. All right, let's go in that weight. So you always want to be able to finish with good form and technique. If you're getting tired as the workout goes, that's a good thing.
You make my heart burn. It's like I'm awake inside of a dream. You're getting closer. Night's almost over.
And done. Woo, awesome. Okay, one last round of chest presses. Woo. Here we go. Come on down. I know not a lot of transition time in between, but that's okay. So you take the time you need. All right, here we go. Last set. Time for one last one. Let's get it in. Ooh, and woo, done. Woo, awesome. Okay, so next up, bent over row. So, all right, shake that out. Woo, quick shake out. We're gonna stand with our feet hip distance apart. Hinge, elbows are tight to our rib cage. So, nice long spine. You don't wanna feel your low back here. Driving those elbows back. And whoo, done. Okay, so the next one can be body weight all the way up to, say, 30 pounds if you have it. So we're going to a goblet squat to calf raise. So toes are straight, feet about hip distance apart. We're gonna lower our hips back in that squat and then pop up on the balls of our feet. So keeping chest up, hips forward at the top. Last one, and whew, done. Okay, great, put that down. So those bent over rows, generally it's one weight up from what you'd use in your bicep curls. So if you start to feel it in your low back, again, that's a sign to brace your core or to decrease your weight. So we're gonna hinge again. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Our shoulders tend to creep up as we do this exercise, so we wanna keep them down. Core tight. All right, last one. And done. Whew, okay. That's a great one for back and biceps. So great for posture, which I think so many of us need. All right, let's go into that goblet squat. Toes straight. Here we go. Hips back, nice and deep if you can. And then just popping up on the balls of your feet to give often those neglected calves some work. Last one. And woof, done. Okay, we do that one more time. Awesome. Make sure that you're having water as you need it. You can always pause me. So, all right, one last set of bent over rows. Here we go. Oh, wait. Sorry. It would help if I took the same weight. Look at that. Let's go. I know. I knew I felt a little lopsided there. Heh. And whew, those are done. Excellent. All right, we are making our way through. So awesome. We're on the home stretch here. After this, we have one last round of strength. So let's grab our weight for that goblet squat. And here we go. Hips back. And then finding your balance on the balls of your feet.
It's one of those times in life when you just know that it's right. It's one in a lifetime. For the first time in my life, I'm right on the edge.
All right, last one. And whew, done. Awesome. Okay, we have one last set. Whew. For this, you need tricep weight Skullcrusher. So I'm gonna say lighter, anywhere from 5 to maybe 12 pounds. We're gonna lay on our back, arms up, legs up. From here, deep bend in your elbows, drop one leg away from you, bring your arms back over to start position. So bracing your core. All right, last one. And whew, done. Okay, so getting triceps and abs in the mix. We're gonna flip around into a combination. Slow mountain climber to spiderman plank on our hands. You can also do this on your elbows. You can stay with one of these if you prefer. So spread your fingers. We're gonna bring knee to chest, and knee out wide to elbow, knee out wide to elbow. So breathe, take your time. And whoo, done. Oh, I like that one. It's a good combo move. So, all right, skull crushers again. So grab the weight that works best. Really keeping those arms in line with your shoulders. All right, legs up. You can bend your knees if you need to on that leg drop. Harder is to do a double leg drop. So just listen to your body. All right, let's try to get one more in on each side. And whew, done. All right, perfect timing. All right, let's flip around for that core combo. And again, you can pick. So if you prefer one of those over the other, you can do that. All right, here we go. So hands are underneath your shoulders, spread those fingers and keep your core strong. Knee in and then out wide. And whoo, guess what? We do that one more time. We're done. We're stretching. All right, we've got this. Let's finish. Finish strong. So, and again, decrease your weight if you need to. So, here we go. Arms up, legs up. Let's do it. Done. I wasn't sure We didn't have time for that one last one, but we got it in. Okay. Whew, this is it. This is it. All right. We can do this. 30 seconds. So hands underneath your shoulders, step back and stay over those hands. And just breathe. And you are seconds away from stretching. And drop to your knees. Whew. Done. Way to go. Proud of you. Let's stretch. So, way to go. Let's lay on our back. We'll go into a lying twist. So, you're gonna extend your right leg along the floor, bend your left knee, extend your left arm out to the side in a T shape, and we'll guide that left leg across. Breathe. So you get that lovely glute stretch. And it's a great stretch for the low back. All right, and let's come to the other side. So extend the left leg, extend the right arm. We're gonna guide that right knee across to the left. And just breathe. Notice if you notice any tightness, more on one side than the other. You want to try to breathe to release any tension or tightness that you have in the stretch. All right, then we're gonna go back to center and let's hug one knee into your chest and leave the leg lying along the floor. So that's just a nice hamstring stretch. You can actually get some hip flexor stretch on the other leg, inner thigh as well. Have a couple deep breaths here. Okay, and let's switch. So extend the leg. Bend that knee, hug it in nice and tight. And just be proud of yourself for getting another workout done in the books. Or this is your first workout in the books. So way to go. All right, and now we will roll up to and come up to standing for our last couple of stretches. So we'll go into a quad stretch. So from here, grab the top of your foot, bend that knee a little bit, hips forward. Find your balance, stand nice and tall, and you should feel a nice stretch down the front of your leg here. Way to go. So a lot of times we think that we need to be motivated to work out, but in actuality, it's actually, let's switch. It's actually taking action that creates the motivation. So sometimes we don't feel like working out, right? Like even trainers, sometimes we don't feel like we're tired. You have to listen to your body, but even we battle with that. So, but I always say, you never regret a workout. So good, let's take it up into triceps. So take those feet wide, hips forward, hugging that arm in nice and tight. You always feel better. And in turn, you're actually more motivated to continue and do the things that need to be done. So taking time out for yourself is important. Let's switch. Hugging that arm in nice and tight. Bending those knees a bit. And it makes us a better person, better parent, better wife or partner. So gotta take that time. All right, what you did today. So, all right, back of arm, hug that arm in nice and tight, back of shoulder stretch here, quick one. So if you like today's workout, be sure to like and hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And I'd love to know in the comments where in the world you are tuning in from. So I'd love to know. And that, my friends, you are done. Way to go. Make sure you have some water, make sure you get some protein in, and I will see you at the next workout.